Caribbean International has continually pushed the limits of what's possible at sea to deliver the vacation of a lifetime, every time. When Oasis of the Seas launched in 2009, the magnificent cruise ship made ripples in and out of the water. Oasis amazed veteran cruisers and first-timers alike. Perhaps the most stunning feature of the ship was her unique neighborhood theme. Today, Allure of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas' sister ship, brings even more neighborhood-inspired features and amenities to the Caribbean. This floating metropolis is 1,187 feet long and 208 feet wide. At her highest point, she towers 213 feet above sea level. In all, Allure of the Seas encompasses an amazing 225,282 gross registered tons. Inside, she can host up to nearly 6,300 guests, who are served by an army of 2,400 crew members. Given her enormous scale, it should come as no surprise that Allure of the Seas shares the title of the world's largest cruise ship with Oasis of the Seas. Built by the STX shipyard in Turku, Finland, Allure had the first element of her superstructure laid into place in 2008. That first block, a part of the ship's massive hull, weighed in at over 600 tons. Next, prefabricated sections of the ship were moved into position like giant puzzle pieces. With incredible precision and accuracy, each was welded into place. The heart of the ship, her 6 powerful diesel engines, were then placed deep inside the hull. The engines are coupled to special propellers that can rotate a full 360 degrees, giving the ship remarkable maneuverability and seaworthiness. During a special float-out ceremony, only a year and a half after construction began, Allure moved from her dry dock to her wet dock. The grand vessel touched water for the first time. Here, work continued on both the exterior and interior of the ship until August of 2010. Then came a most important moment in Allure's young life, her sea trials. Sea trials represent the first opportunity for shipbuilders to see how a vessel handles real-world situations. A setback during sea trials could mean months, even years of delays. But true to form, Allure passed with flying colors. In fact, she outperformed expectations. Back at the shipyard in Finland, workers resumed construction at an increasing pace. With the first passengers scheduled to arrive in a few short months, the ship still needed a number of finishing touches. In late summer 2010, Royal Caribbean crew members began to arrive in Finland. Their mission? Prepare the ship for passengers. Because Royal Caribbean standards are so high, pre-cruise preparations are no small task. Everything had to be fine-tuned, from gourmet recipes to Broadway productions and beyond. But thanks to teamwork and a lot of long hours, everything came together. Soon, Allure of the Seas received a royal welcome at her new home at Terminal 18 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. From here, she set sail to ports of call across the Caribbean. But as anyone who's spent time aboard will testify, Allure of the Seas is truly a destination in of herself. Royal Caribbean's exclusive neighborhood concept comes to life in Allure of the Sea's 7 distinct districts: Central Park, Boardwalk, the Royal Promenade, the Pool and Sports Zone, Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness Center, Entertainment Place, and Youth Zone. Let's take a closer look at each. We begin with charming Central Park, Allure's unique living park at sea. Central Park was designed to bring the outdoors to the very core of the ship, complete with open skies and tropical plants. Spanning the length of a football field, it was no easy task bringing this space to life.
We had 60 staff from Ambius, that's the company that designed the park and provided the plants and the actual everything that you see around. And then we also had, on a daily basis, 2 teams of 18 Royal Caribbean staff to help out. So there was a total of 88 people. The original plan was for it to be done in 4 days, and we were lucky enough to be able to have accomplished it in 3. The park itself is made up of 46 planter beds, and into those there are over 12,000 plants, and then we also have 56 trees and vine varieties in the living wall. People's first reaction when they come into the park is just one of a wow and amazement that they're surrounded by living, breathing plants. There's no artificial plants in the park at all. Everything is in soil, everything is irrigated, and everything is alive and growing. We have a team of 4. We have 1 landscape specialist and 3 horticulturists, and their sole job is to care for the park on a daily basis and ensure that everything is being fed and watered to the plant's needs.
On a walk through Central Park, you can shop in the elegant coach store, visit the Brito Gallery, or simply enjoy a romantic stroll. Vintages, an ideal spot for a pre-dinner rendezvous, offers an extensive selection of tapas and fine wines. Of course, a visit to Central Park wouldn't be complete without dinner in one of the neighborhood's fine restaurants. Chop's Grill Steakhouse features premium cuts of quality steaks and hearty side dishes. Guests can choose to dine in the elegant dining room or open-air patio. Across the way is Giovanni's Table, an Italian family-style restaurant that offers both indoor and alfresco seating. For an intimate dining experience, the exclusive 150 Central Park is unforgettable. 150 is a trendy, upscale, and intimate restaurant, serving 6 to 8 course menus with wine pairings. Central Park also boasts the very first Brito Gallery at sea by pop culture icon Romero Brito.
When people come over to this place, the idea is that they're going to see, the celebration of life, in a very special way. And that's how I see it and how I put in my work.
Whether it's fine dining or simply relaxing among the trees, Central Park offers one of the most outstanding experiences on board a cruise ship today. Next, we travel to Boardwalk. This eclectic neighborhood pairs the feel of English seaside piers and classic American boardwalks of the early 20th century into a single theme. Boardwalk provides an interactive experience for the entire family, offering fun, food, and engaging entertainment. At the heart of Boardwalk is Allure's one-of-a-kind carousel. Handcrafted from poplar, this full-sized traditional carousel features 18 figures suspended from stainless steel poles. Hand-painted zebras, lions, horses, and even a crowned frog prince circle round and round. The carousel was built with children in mind, but it's not uncommon to find kids of all ages enjoying a ride or two. If you're feeling a little more adventurous, scale to new heights on the dueling rock walls.
Well, I would tell everyone to come on up enjoying a great experience. It's outdoors, the back of the ship, amazing views, and just a great time up here on the rock wall. Both rock walls are 13 meters tall, the 2 largest rock walls at sea. There are multiple routes on each wall, and on sea days, our busy days, we have both walls open for our many guests that we have on board. Well, some of the activities that we do offer are the beginner sessions, advanced sessions, learn to climbs. We also have kids climbs, adult-only sessions. We even do bouldering sessions, all the way to just our most famous is the open time, as much as we can be. Now, the significance of the belt is that it's an accomplishment that you finally made it to the top. You did something that most people can't do. A lot of people have trouble climbing, and getting up there, ringing that bell, it's just a great reward for doing something that you didn't think you were going to do on a cruise ship.
Perhaps the best way to enjoy the boardwalk neighborhood is the amazing outdoor venue at the stern of the ship. Here, the 600-seat Aqua Theater offers a stunning backdrop of the ocean across the horizon. The Aqua Theater features one of Royal Caribbean Productions' most ambitious shows ever, Ocean Aria.
Ocean Aria is an artistic vision of an underwater world. The guests love Ocean Aria because we have a plethora of talent and an unbelievable stage. Our cast is from all over the world, and we have talents such as divers, high divers, dancers, acrobats, and even hand balancers. Our stage is unbelievable as well, whereas it can be 15 feet below you in one moment and 17 meters above you in the next moment.
One of Boardwalk's most memorable features is the fountain shows, an attraction that catches many visitors by surprise. The fountains are choreographed to music and accented by colorful video on the LED screens. This unique performance space is one of the most technologically advanced areas of the ship. On the whole, Aqua Theater and all of Boardwalk is truly a complete sensory experience. Allure of the Sea's third neighborhood is the Royal Promenade. It's actually located just below the Central Park neighborhood. Here, giant arched skylights in the park above allow an abundance of natural light to shine down to the level below. The Royal Promenade is the social centerpiece of the ship. It provides an exciting central area for guests to gather, dine, shop, and be entertained.
Them good old boys that drink their whiskey and rye, just singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Oh, now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? Can you teach me how to dance?
Probably the greatest range of activities can be found in this neighborhood. On Air offers the chance to be a star on stage and under the lights, karaoke style. Here, you'll find a variety of talent during the course of a voyage. And whether they're good or bad, they'll all have one thing in common: a great time. Of course, that's not the only place you'll find live entertainment on the Royal Promenade. Follow the sounds of the beat, and you'll find yourself in Boleros, a Latin-themed club and nighttime hotspot. A Royal Caribbean signature bar and guest favorite, the Schooner Bar is a nautical-themed lounge where you'll find a crowd of friendly faces gathered around the piano singing along to their favorite songs.
Was in the spring, and spring became the summer.
Naturally, you'll never worry about going hungry or thirsty around here. The Bow and Stern Pub, Sorrento's, Cafe Promenade, and Champagne and Martini Bar are all here to satisfy whatever the craving.
Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. My name is Maria. What can I get you this morning?
For those with a sweet tooth, there's Cupcake Cupboard. Thanks to a lot of TLC, these cupcakes are better than anything you'll find on land.
The guests love when they get to experience taking a class with that. They absolutely love it. There's so many people out there that have a hard time decorating at home, and so when they come in here and everything is provided for them, they love to just be able to sit down, make a cupcake with their children or by themselves, and be able to take it with them or eat it here, and it's totally like a childhood experience for them when they're decorating their cupcake and then they get to just eat the frosting and all the little sprinkles. People love it.
Like other neighborhoods on Allure, the Royal Promenade boasts a number of impressive technical innovations. Rising Tide Bar is an experience found nowhere else. It actually moves between decks 5 and 8, making it a great place to people watch. Another Royal Promenade marvel is the Bow and Stern Bridge. Used as a stage for a number of ship events, the globe opens to reveal a walkway that serves as the visual center of the Royal Promenade. It's not uncommon to find the captain at the helm on this bridge during special events and receptions with guests. If that wasn't already enough, the Royal Promenade hosts street spectaculars and events that fill the space with smiles and laughter.
Welcome to the 1970s, baby. Come on, everyone.
Hosting 70s is so much fun for me because I get to be almost a different character than I normally am in regular operation. I'm not the guy in the suit hosting the show. I'm actually wearing a John Travolta suit and turning into John Travolta. I get to dance with the guest. I get to have fun with the guest. And plus it's me and all my team. So the crew staff are out there, the sports staff, the youth staff. We're all dancing with the guests and people are laughing and having a great time. It's, I think, one of the best parties, and I have such a great time with it. I'm sweating bullets by the time that it's over, but it's a great, great time.
Here, entertainers and crew take to the street in elaborate costumes and crazy contraptions, celebrating cultures and simply having a good time. You're bound to see singing, dancing, stilt walking, and even flying. There's no limit to what and who you might bump into. When you're on the Royal Promenade, it's all about letting loose and having a great time. When you're here, you're in the middle of the action. If the fancy freestyle on the Royal Promenade doesn't snap you into vacation mode, nothing will. High above the excitement of the boardwalk and the serenity of Central Park is the Pool and Sports Zone. In this neighborhood, everyone has a chance to play, satisfy a sense of adventure, or simply relax and take in a little Caribbean sun. The Pool and Sports Zone reaches across the entire length of the ship, with activities and fun for all ages. Whether you want to shoot a round of golf with the family, kick back and fall asleep in a tranquil environment, or jumpstart your day with an exhilarating activity, the Pool and Sports Zone is the place to do it. This neighborhood features 4 unique pools. For sunbathing or a quick dip, there's the main pool. For serious swimming and water sports, there's the sports pool.
We have 4 amazing pools, but the sports pool is the most active. You can play pool games there, pool volleyball, pool basketball, so there's always a lot of fun at the sports pool.
Welcome to the Men's International Belly Flop Competition.
On this ship, I'm so excited that we can feature the belly flop, not by a normal poolside, but actually inside the Aqua Theater. This is a huge event. It turns into a big event. We even have their staffs up on the board. We introduce these big players. They come down, they do their big belly flop. We ask the audience to be the judges. It's like you've never seen it before. It is a huge production and normally a lot of laughs, and one of my favorite events to host. The belly flop consists of 6 to 8 guys who have volunteered, who signed up earlier, who want to be in the belly flop competition. And we put them up onto a big box and they jump in. The audience then, of course, judges them. We feed it into a computer, and then that computer spits out what the number would be. And then we award our first, second, and third, and then crown the king of the belly flop. I have seen people so skinny doing the belly flop that I felt like they were going to fly overboard. But I've also seen some of the biggest guys hit that water and that sound be echoing around the entire ship. So it's so much fun what you end up seeing people do. And plus, we even have on board this ship an underwater camera, so you can see what they do underwater and how that looks once they go underwater.
For the kids, the H2O zone simply can't be beat. Here, all sorts of ocean creatures, including a giant octopus with spraying tentacles, make Allure of the Seas an experience they'll never forget. The fourth pool is the beach pool. It features a sloped entry, just like a real beach, so you can wade into the water. Or choose to relax in colorful beach chairs under an umbrella as the water rolls gently beneath. For guests who prefer warmer waters, 2 whirlpools can be found on either side of the beach pool. Prefer a slower pace? The solarium is a tranquil grown-up environment with plush seating and loungers. It's quiet, relaxing, and simply beautiful. Though it too has its wild side.
We're here inside the solarium during the day, but at nighttime we transform this area into like a Miami South Beach nightclub. We've got celebrity DJs, dancers, a couple different theme parties from 20 to Escape. If people come up here, I know they're gonna have a great time at these major events. During these parties, it's a chance for the adults, because it is an adults-only party, to let their hair down, to get out here in the beautiful fresh air and just have a great time dancing, listening to some great music, and having a good time.
If you're up for a little competition, head to the sports deck. On the sports court, you're bound to find a friendly game of basketball, volleyball, or dodgeball. Care to hang 10 on one of the Allure's 2 Flow Rider surf simulators? Over 2,000 guests a week try the ride, not all of them successfully. With water rushing across the top of the flow surface at over 30 miles an hour, it's not easy to keep balanced, but it sure is fun to give it a shot. Whether it's bodyboarding or surfing, the Flow Riders can be just as much fun to watch as they are to try. The wild times don't stop there. Not far from the Flow Riders, you'll find the launching pad, a truly thrilling, heart-pumping adrenaline rush. Suspended 9 decks above the boardwalk is the Allure of the Seas zip line. The zip line gives about 1,000 adventurers a week a bird's-eye view of the action below. If ever there was a way to go all out and conquer a fear of heights, this is it. It only takes 10 seconds to make the journey, but this is a memory you'll have forever. The home for fun and sun, the Pool and Sports Zone neighborhood truly creates a vacation experience like no other. Welcome to Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness, Allure's most tranquil neighborhood. This is a place of relaxation and wellness, a retreat to help you rebalance and re-energize during your cruise vacation. Royal Caribbean's Vitality program offers nutritious menu options, Medi-Spa, and holistic spa services, out-of-this-world fitness facilities and classes, and a beauty salon that promises to make you look as good as you feel. In the fitness center, you can participate in any number of complimentary and specialized classes and seminars, or simply opt to use the equipment at your own pace. Whether you want a new look or simply want to look your best, the professional stylists are available to keep you primped, polished, and pampered to perfection. To erase stress and tension, a variety of offerings are available. Whether it's a traditional or deep pressure massage, the techniques will balance the spirit and transport you to the ultimate state of bliss. Taking your body on a journey of total renewal has never been easier. The Royal Caribbean Vitality Program will help you find ways to work wellness into every aspect of your cruise vacation, as well as the tools you need to continue living with vitality at home. Once you're feeling completely rejuvenated, it's time to take a trip to the wild side, Entertainment Place. This neighborhood features casino thrills, show-stopping theater, laugh-it-up comedy, and so much more. And behind all these activities, you'll find one very talented person, Allure's cruise director.
Believe it or not, I come from the courtesy capital of the world, La Mirada, California. My mom and dad always tell me the story that they knew I was going to be in the entertainment world because on all my report cards growing up, it said, Ken is a good student, but he whispers entirely too much. So I wanted to get done with my work as quick as possible so I can talk to everybody else in the classroom. I became a cruise staff member at the age of 22, and I thought it was just going to be something I would do for a summer. And I was having a lot of fun with it, but then all of a sudden I thought, wait a minute, this is a pretty great job. So I started learning everything from sound and lights to stage production, assistant cruise director, and I've worked very hard, and 4 years later I became cruise director. As corny as it sounds, my favorite part of being a cruise director is making somebody happy. When you look out there into the audience and see people smiling because of something you're doing, then obviously it's a great feeling. You know, I still get nervous after all these years about going on stage, just because I want to, again, make everybody happy. But it's a good nervous. But once I'm out there, when I hear that applause and I hear everybody enjoying themselves, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't even describe it. I feel so honored to be here on board the Allure, the most amazing cruise ship, the world's largest, and the fact that they've chose me to be on it, I still am in shock about it, and I only hope that everybody appreciates everything we do.
I want to say thank you for being nice on the ice. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
The pulse of the ship after dark, Entertainment Place is a contemporary nightclub district with a remarkable amount of variety. Start by venturing into Jazz on 4, an intimate setting for jazz and blues. Across the way is Blaze, where you can dance to the latest club music late into the night. Laugh it up in Comedy Live, the funniest comedy club and improv theater at sea.
You enjoy Jamaica, Falmouth? Exactly, yeah. It should be called Foul Mouth. But you're gonna tell you, compared to Labadee, it's New York City, man. Labadee is a French word. It means, so this is it, huh? My wife's from Hong Kong. That's where we went for the honeymoon. Hong Kong is beautiful, a little confusing. I kept hugging the wrong woman. They just airlift you to Carnival if you act up. That's how bad it is. They have a 3-hour wait for the suggestion box. If that gives you... Oh, it was one of their excursions is a tour of this ship.
You want to eat, they want to eat what you're eating. I find myself now eating things I don't even like just so I don't have to share them with my kids. Sitting at the table eating a bowl of okra. I hate okra. I'm eating it. They're like, we don't like that, Daddy. I'm like, I know, that's why I'm eating it. I was like, Dad, I've been thinking, why are we here? But we live here, boy. You go back outside, go outside. I don't care, go outside. No, I mean, what's my purpose in life? 10 years old, ask me this kind of, what is your purpose in life? Do you know how deep and amazingly astounding a question that is? And you know who loves these kind of questions? Your mother. Your mother loves these questions. Just last week, she asked me what my purpose was.
Royal Caribbean Productions sets the standard for cruise line entertainment, and the Allure is no exception. From Broadway caliber performers to an Olympic caliber ice cast, top talent makes every show here a must-see event. Hosting 3 sensational shows a week, the Amber Theater is a state-of-the-art masterpiece. At 3 decks high and with a seating capacity of over 1,400 guests, the Amber blends elegance and ingenuity. Headlining the entertainment is the ship's signature Tony Award-winning Broadway production, Chicago, the Musical.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz.
Chicago the Musical is an all-singing, all-dancing Broadway show. It is actually one of the longest-running shows on Broadway, and we're lucky enough to perform it here on the Allure for the first time. It's being performed at sea. The show opens with All That Jazz, which is probably one of my favorite numbers. It does really set the style and the pace of the show so the audience know what to expect. Melanie, who plays Velma Kelly, absolutely shines in this number, as do our fantastic ensemble, which I have to tell you, they're all not only dancing their socks off, but they are singing live at the same time.
Who's Fred Casely? My ex-boyfriend. Why'd you shoot him? I was leaving. Was he angry? Like a madman. Still I said, Fred, move along. She knew that she was doing wrong. Then describe it. He came toward me with a pistol from my bureau. Did you fight him? Like a tiger, he had strength and she had none, and yet we both reached for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun, for the gun.
We're all very passionate for Chicago. We're having a great time. It's a very, very special show, and we feel very lucky to be here.
Pretty baby, who's gonna love you, mama? Who loves you, pretty baby? One more time. And when you think the whole wide world has passed you by, you keep on trying, but you really don't know why. Baby, when you need a smile to make the shadows drift away.
Rounding out the lineup of spectacular shows in the Amber Theater is Blue Planet, a daring production that brings together singers, acrobats, dancers, and flyers in an experience that unfolds around and above the audience.
The show follows our featured vocalist who plays Mother Nature in a journey through different aspects of our planet, such as the desert, oceans, rainforests, and mountains. Blue Planet is unique in that it combines the cast of Chicago with the acrobats and the dancers from our Ocean Aria show in this incredible collaboration of skill and artistry. We also have a team of about 13 technicians working on the show with us. They control everything from the aerial aspects of the show to the scenery movements, as well as lighting and sound design. And all of that is set here in the beautiful Amber Theatre on the Allure of the Seas, which was specifically designed for Blue Planet.
Enjoy the movie.
3D movies are also a favorite at the Amber Theatre. Guests get to enjoy the latest DreamWorks movies, as well as classic favorites. During the day, guests have the chance to do something truly unique in Studio B, ice skating on the ocean in the Caribbean. Whether you're an experienced skater keeping your ability in check, or just trying it out for the first time, strapping on a pair of skates on a cruise ship is deserving of bragging rights. Not everybody is going to be good at it, but don't worry, you don't have to be as good as our pros.
Ice Games is based on a popular board game Monopoly, but of course our version of it. So here you get to visit the different areas of the ship. In the first section, you get to meet the different pawn pieces, who's of course sea creatures, as well as our Mr. Monopoly, who's going to be guiding you through the game. Our first stop is Giovanni's table, where you get to meet some of the staff working there, as well as a couple on their first date, where the woman might have had a little bit too much to drink. After that, we head to the boardwalk, where we get to have some fun and even take a ride on the carousel. We also get to meet our twins, who skates a fun solo to Candyman. We're now heading back in time to the 80s for some crazy costumes and some rock and roll as we're visiting the On Air Club. We are now heading upstairs to the Challengers Video Arcade to play the game Secret Life. In this section, you're going to see the set change quite dramatically, where we're using big props as well as capes. All of this is of course just a small portion of the show, and it all wraps up in a Casino Royale, where you get to see the high rollers as well as the showgirls. We got 10 skaters in the cast who come from 9 different countries, and the talent you'll see is absolutely amazing. The experience we got amongst us is also quite something. We got skaters who toured around the world with different shows, as well as people who competed at the World and Olympic Championship.
In mere minutes, Studio B converts from an ice skating rink to a fully functional venue used for a variety of other events.
Oh my goodness!
Events I love to host. One of them happens right here inside Studio B. It is a great event called The Quest, and you never know what's going to happen at it. It's an adult scavenger hunt, and what I love about it is we start off very, very calm, but as the night goes on, as the quest goes on, we get a little bit crazier, and people don't even realize what they're doing. They are completely so into it, they have no idea what I'm even asking and what they're doing. People are dancing, people are doing some strange things, and they don't even realize it. And one of the best things about Quest is that it's one of the most memorable activities, because people will be talking about this for the rest of the cruise, as well as when they go home and telling their friends about what happened at Quest. So you never know what's going to happen. You got to come and check it out. Another one of my favorite events to host is the Love and Marriage Game Show. I take 3 couples, ask them a lot of crazy questions, but you never know what they're going to say. Some of the answers that they come up with are some of the funniest things I've ever heard. And the guests normally love the show, and I love hosting it.
Which one of the following movie titles best describes your love life? Superman, Jaws, Saturday Night Fever, Oh God, Free Willy, Same Time Next Year, Mission Impossible, Gone with the Wind, or Gone in 60 Seconds?
I'll go with Saturday Night Fever.
Dude, sorry, she said.
He's Free Willy.
Free Willy. So maybe it's like, uh-oh, it's Saturday night, time to Free Willy.
Oh, God.
Very good. He said, where's the strangest place you ever made whoopee? She said something that I'm not allowed to say up on stage. I don't think it would be appropriate. But she said something that I just couldn't believe she said. When he said, where's the strangest place you ever made whoopee? She said something that I'm really not going to say up here on stage. But I think you might gather what she actually said, but on the actual show. All right. When I'm talking about it, I mean location, location, location. All right? So I just want to make sure you're clear.
Golf course.
The golf course. Really? Talk about your hole-in-one. Yes, thank you very much. So there you had your hand on this putter, and there you go, taking a couple extra strokes, and then, you went on with the, very bad. All right, this one, a couple months ago, my first time ever hearing it. Asked the lady, what's the most annoying or embarrassing habit? She says, he cropped us. You hear this? He cropped us. I said, I had no idea what crop dusting. Evidently, crop dusting is when you fart, but you keep moving. Question number 3 goes like this. Will you ask the ladies, what's your husband's favorite condom? Which one's your favorite one? Jeremy?
Probably ribbed.
Probably ribbed. Hey, Jeremy, what do you want in your hamburgers and hot dogs? I'll take ribbed, please. What would you like on top of your steak? A rib, please.
Another favorite of the entertainment neighborhood is Casino Royale. This Vegas-style gaming center boasts 450 slot machines, 27 table games, and a bevy of electronic games, from blackjack to poker and even roulette. There's plenty to play, and even more to win. The last and perhaps most popular attractions in the entertainment neighborhood are the familiar faces from DreamWorks Animation. Vacationers of all ages delight in interacting with some of DreamWorks' most beloved characters in a variety of shows and activities.
Both Royal Caribbean and DreamWorks Animation have a couple of things in common with one another. One, I think, are both innovative companies trying to raise the bar, deliver a quality experience. So whether it's, you know, in the world of water, theater, the ice rink, movie theater, on the television sets, online, you know, these are sailing paradise cities. So for us to be able to integrate our characters and our stories and our storytelling throughout that experience, we think is just going to be a lot of fun and a unique experience for the guests on the ship.
Don't be surprised if you see Shrek, Fiona, and Puss in Boots, or Alex, Mort, Gloria, and the penguins of Madagascar, Po of Kung Fu Panda, and your favorite characters from How to Train Your Dragon.
When they created How to Train Your Dragon on Ice, they took the movie and cut it down to a 25-minute version of the show. When you come to see the show, Studio B has really been transformed to the Viking village of birds. In this show, you don't only get to see the skaters perform, we also got our friends from DreamWorks as walking characters performing in the show. The show is very interactive, and you never know when maybe Stoic, Gobber, Astrid, or even Hiccup might be standing right next to you. To really create the atmosphere, we're also using kites and puppets and all sorts of special effects.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, let him hear it. The cast of How to Train Your Dragon.
The DreamWorks characters star in special events, parades, and even character meals in the main dining room. Then comes the main event. The DreamWorks characters take the stage in the Aqua Theater to perform a one-of-a-kind aquatic show full of acrobatics and high-diving stunts. Dragon. With Royal Caribbean and the DreamWorks experience, the entertainment never stops. The seventh and final neighborhood on our tour of Allure of the Seas is the Youth Zone, home of the award-winning Adventure Ocean program. The heart of Youth Zone is Kids Avenue, located on Deck 14. No ordinary avenue, this path guides children through Adventure Ocean's play areas. In the Youth Zone, parents can relax and enjoy the ship, all while knowing their babies are in the hands of specially trained, dedicated professionals. Of course, parents are always welcome to join in for Kids in Play, where parents can play with their children in an open, interactive environment. When babies and tots need to burn off some energy, this is the place to do it.
Royal Caribbean's Adventure Ocean facility prides itself in being one of the best children's programs in the world, and we've taken great lengths to make sure that we're partnered with the best children's name brands we have. So from Fisher-Price for the young kids, are great toys specifically designed for our kids and the programs that we run with them. All of our art in the programs have been specifically designed for Adventure Ocean with Crayola, and we have all Crayola activities, so all of our Crayola markers, we have Crayola crayons, every single thing that you could ever want that has to do with art. Crayola has really helped us out a lot in that.
Open until the wee hours of the night, Adventure Ocean has something for every age group. Kids are encouraged to play, explore, discover, create, and imagine. Making new friendships that last long after the cruise ends isn't uncommon either.
So the fun doesn't stop here in Adventure Ocean. Now there's fun all over the ship, but there's very specific family fun that we in Adventure Ocean have helped to develop, and that's the family activities. And the biggest of the family activities is the Family Festival, and that takes place in the boardwalk. So we take over the entire boardwalk and we turn it into a carnival. And it's got balloon animals, we've got prize giveaways, we've got stilt walkers, face painting, and all the great aspects of a carnival. The carousel's obviously running, there's a hot dog stand out there all the time. You guys should just come out and check it out because it's unreal and there's nothing else like it.
The neighborhood also includes teen-only spaces like Fuel Disco, the living room, and the back deck. Located on the aft part of the ship near the sports zone, there's enough here to keep any teen occupied. With a whole lineup of activities and parties geared just for them, there's a good chance parents won't see much of their kids during the cruise. A cool hangout and a parent-free zone, teens come to meet other teens, play games, or simply just chillax. There is another whole world behind the scenes on the Allure of the Seas. One of the most technologically advanced areas of the Allure is the bridge.
As the captain on board the Allure of the Seas, I'm responsible for the overall operation of the ship, which obviously include the safe navigation, onboard safety, and that all the guests has a safe cruise vacation. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Captain Johnny speaking from the bridge. When it comes to interaction with guests, I really like that. Being out there, talking to guests, walk through the Royal Promenade or the boardwalk or on the outer decks, and just go and interact with the guests when they don't expect to see me. Then I get all the fun stuff and the fun questions, and people tell me how the cruise vacation was and their experience. And it becomes very informal, and I really enjoy that. Here on the navigation bridge, we have the room is divided into two. In the front part, we have the area where the navigation officers are driving the ship. And behind us, we have the safety center. That's where we have a navigation officer monitoring any aspect of the safe operation of the ship. That could be answering telephones, that could be monitoring fire alarms that comes in. On the stern of the ship, we have 3 azipods. And in the front of the ship, I have 4 propellers that works sideways, which I use when I dock the ship. So a cooperation between the azipods on the stern, the bow thruster forward, I can make the ship go sideways, I can spin around on the dime, I can back the ship with 17 knots, I can move her sideways 4 knots and go ahead 24 knots. The maneuverability of this magnificent ship is absolutely unbelievable. So it's a very maneuverable ship. I'm always on the bridge when we go in and out of the port to make sure that we have a safe operation, either training the younger officers or doing it myself with our propulsion and our navigation system.
On board the Allure of the Seas, we have both the new version of navigation as well as the old version of navigation. So we have the electronic chart display information systems, which is our new means of navigation, but we also use the very reliable old means of navigation, which is the traditional paper charts, parallel rulers, triangles, and using our traditional procedures such as radar fixes and celestial navigation in order to make sure that both means are accurate for safe navigation.
We have navigation officers working here on the navigation bridge. We have electricians working around the ship, and we have engineers working with the power plant down in the engine room.
Right now we are in the engine control room, and this is where we distribute all the power throughout the ship. We have 6 main diesel engines. We have 3 16 cylinders and we have 3 12-cylinder engines. They produce 97 megawatts, and that equal to 135,000 horsepower.
I've been very lucky. I've been the startup captain and been on the Voyager class ships for the last 11 years. Started with the Voyager and I served on all of them for a long time. And now I'm very happy and pleased and honored and proud to say that I'm the captain on the biggest cruise ship in the world, the Allure of the Seas.
The Allure of the Seas offers one of the most diverse collections of beverage and dining options. Many guests are curious how this complex operation runs behind the scenes.
Yeah, obviously I cannot cook myself for 8,000 people every day on the Allure of the Seas, so I'm supported for altogether 350 employees. 250 of them they are cooks and chefs, meaning I have 5 executive sous chefs, 11 sous chefs who are running the various venues, areas on board. And of course, very important, I have a team of 100 stewards who are supporting us, the culinary team, you know, cleaning the dishes, running the dish ring, cleaning our galleys. And I promise you can come to every given time in our galleys and it looks absolutely superb and spotless. We have very sophisticated equipment who helps us, you know, to produce fresh on a daily basis, but still able to help us big quantities. We have a machine who's cutting lettuce for us. This machine helps us to cut this lettuce in about 30 minutes. This machine produces about 4,000 dough rolls, and one single baker can operate the machine. He's filling up the dough rolls come out, he's putting it on a tray, and 1 hour later he has done his 4,000 rolls he needs for the dining room. To use fresh ingredients makes such a big difference because on the end of the day, it's all about flavor. Presentation, you can present everything, but to get a nice flavor in, that's where you really need a fresh product. Every single Sunday, me or one of my executive sous chefs stay outside receiving the fresh produce. We see and touch this product and we really cook from the scratch. We don't do anything different than a small restaurant, just on a greater, bigger scale. The taste panel, we call it taste panel, what we do pretty much for every meal period. It's about a 10 to 15 minute short briefing where all the dishes get presented together with all the responsible people for the dishes, and we check on the final presentation, the final taste. Maybe there need to be a touch of seasoning more, maybe a herb or the garnish, and we give a short briefing to the crew about what is important to follow up on the presentation, you know, how to keep it warm, you know, the critical things what we foresee. So I think overall we had a very good day so far. The guys be sharp tonight again in the line for the first sitting. I think you see yesterday, first sitting went excellent, huh? Yeah, guests always ask me about the quantities, you know, we're going through. Every week we run through 18,000 pounds of watermelon, 15,000 pounds of pineapple, about 12,000 pounds of honeydew and cantaloupe each. We use about 10 to 12,000 pounds of fresh fish fillets, 5 to 6,000 pounds of mussels, shrimp, you know, all these crustaceans. And the meat in the butcher shop, I would say, between 3,500 to 4,000 pounds of meat and poultry products in our on-board butcher shop. We're very proud of our pastry section here on board. We have the biggest station on board is our pastry section. We have 25 pastry cooks, chefs working there, and then again it get all done centralized. So in the main galley we produce all the pastries in a 24-hour shift again, while you can be assured every single dessert what you enjoy during the day is just been done the night before or in the morning. What's the difference between a restaurant on land and on a cruise ship? The really huge major difference is I need to be very careful about my inventory because I cannot go shopping on day 5 if I run out of something.
What started as a big idea in a Finnish shipyard is now an even bigger success story. The Allure of the Seas is the most exciting, entertaining, amazing place on the seas. Every time she sets sail, memories are made that will last lifetimes. Whether it's a family vacation or a romantic getaway, the Allure and the pristine waters of the Caribbean make the perfect setting. What will you remember most about your time aboard Allure? Well, only you know for sure. From Broadway productions to the fine dining, Allure of the Seas will leave you with a stunning collection of memories. She'll also have you asking one important question: when can we come back?